organizer for the Alstyne Newcomers, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what it's about because the name is a little vague. So Alstyne Newcomers was created by Lane Jones, our city manager, in an attempt to let everyone know how welcoming our community is and all of the amazing things that Alstyne has to offer. So we have monthly meetings where anyone is welcome. You could live in Alstyne for 30 years, you could have just moved, you might be considering moving. Really, anyone is welcome to our meetings. We meet once a month and we always have a different guest speaker. So Saturday was this month's guest event, and our guest speaker was Dusty Williams. He is the president of the Grayson County Historical Society, and he shared a little bit about the history of some of the neighborhoods, about Alstyne as a whole, and really just the entire county. It was really, really interesting. We also had Mayor Jim speak, and we had several police officers that were out doing preventative patrols. They actually stopped by and they spoke as well. They let everyone know that it's okay to call if you just have a weird feeling, if you just want them to check something out. You can call them for any reason at all. A lot of what they do is preventative to make sure that crime doesn't happen and just make sure that their presence is known. So that was a little bit about what happened this past week. This past week. And last month's event, we actually had Judy Kimsey. She's the director of the Alstyne Public Library, which if you have not checked out our public library, it's an absolute must. It is a gem in our community, and I hear all the time that people have heard about it or they even have moved to Alstyne because of the public library and all of its offerings. So she spoke a lot about the summer program and everything that they do, which is every single Monday. Make sure you check them out on Facebook to see what they have coming up next week. So we have incredible guest speakers every single month. So whether you've been to 1, 2, 3, come again, because the guest speakers are always new and fresh and sharing something new that you got to hear about in Alstyne. In addition to that, the city leaders are always present as well. So if you have any questions, please come ask. I know that Mayor Jim this past Saturday, he was there for about 20 minutes, just he himself answering questions directly from community members. And those questions included things like, when are these roads going to be fixed? What's the plan with the highway? What's the timeline on the high school that's being built right now? They also ask about pay for police officers, all kinds of questions. So anything that you might be curious about, show up, ask community leaders, and we can discuss it together and get some really insightful answers. I also meet with Rodney Williams. He is the director of the Alstyne Community Economic Development Committee, and he has so much insight on what's coming to Alstyne, and I meet with him regularly to make sure I'm up to date. But if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message. We do have a Facebook group called the Alstyne Newcomers. We post all of our events right there so you know when and where they are, who the guest speaker is going to be as well. But if you, again, have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and I get them answered. I'm also there at all of the events. So if you have real estate questions, you want to know what your home's worth, what the going rent is in the area, anything like that, I'm happy to answer. So I look forward to seeing you at our next Alstyne Newcomers meeting.